T minus 20 seconds. T minus 15 seconds and counting. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition and we have liftoff.
All right, we're live. How is everyone tonight? So I felt bad last night because we didn't get to see the rest of what is his name? Babyface's this guy Martin Kenny. We didn't get to see the rest of his presentation on the cosmic egg. And it kind of left us an empty feeling inside, and we just can't have that. So we really want to follow through with our research and deciding on what flat model is best for us. I mean, there's a nice variety, but we really need to see all of them, and we need to understand them. You know, because if you're going to pick a flat Earth model, you really want one that best suits your needs. You know, science isn't really important when it comes to that. You know, you just need something that you can relate to, you know. So we're going to check out the rest of Martin Kenny's presentation. This video is pretty long, so I usually kind of trim it down and stuff, but I kind of skimmed through it and it all looked pretty interesting. So we're going to give him a chance to explain his model, and maybe he can make some flat earthers out of one or two of us, and that would be successful. That would be great. You know, because the flat earth community, it's not very large, so, you know, every person that becomes a flat earther, that helps the community grow, you know, as a whole. And then we don't have to worry about science and studying math and astronomy and all that, because we'll just have the YouTube videos as resources. All right. Is the sound and everything okay? Uh-oh. Mr. Flat Out Hero is in the chat. He's pretty upset. He is pretty upset. No, we can't have that. You know, I warned you once, Flat Out. You know, if you're gonna be obnoxious and a little baby, then we'll have to kick you out. Oh, the children want to kick you out. I don't know. Should we kick him out? Nah, we'll let him stay. He's entertaining.
Let's just recap on what we've discussed so far, what we've established so far. We've established that our universe is inside a torus field, a giant torus field. What most ancient cultures refer to as the cosmic egg.
We call it a donut. We call the torus field a donut. But you know, they didn't have donuts back then, so they only had eggs. They didn't have much to choose from food. So, but this is his. He's going to do a little recap. So if you missed last night's show, I strongly suggest that you go see it. It's the same title as this one. It's just part 1, or I don't know, whatever I titled it. But this is part 2. So get ready. And I definitely suggest that you find some pen and paper and you write this all down. I mean, he's going to go through some really complex stuff, and you know, you want to be prepared. And here, let me grab my pen and paper here.
Similar to this, right? This is the top half of the cosmic
somewhere
egg.
around here.
We live inside this torus field. We've also established that there is a cosmic vortex that runs through the center of this cosmic egg. This is the cosmic highway that links us with the multiverse on the outside. Okay? We've also established that on the inside, the Earth is pretty much flat, or it's a pyramid.
Oh wow, this is gonna be good. It's pretty much flat, but it's a pyramid. Oh boy, and we already know his basic elementary math skills are wrong. He can't really determine if something is 3 or 4, but now he can't decide if it's flat or a pyramid. So this might be tricky, but we're gonna hang in there, and we're gonna get through this together. We're gonna see. I mean, he has a lot of time and a lot of aluminum foil involved into this.
Pyramid Bumandala, as I like to call it,
Yeah.
that runs across the equator inside our torus field, okay? With 4 concentric rings of land, right? At the center, where the cosmic axis or the cosmic highway runs through, where we are, the second ring, the third ring, and the fourth ring, and the torus field on the outside, okay? We've also established that each of these worlds has its own toroidal field, okay? So torus field within a torus field within a torus field within a torus field.
That's
5
a lot
in
of
total.
torus fields.
4 on the inside, the 5th one being the outside one, the cosmic egg, okay? Right, we've established that each of these toroidal fields also has its own sun and moon.
See, yesterday he showed us the toroidal fields. I thought those were the bird cages he put on there, but those just look like ice walls and mountains. Those don't really look like toroidal fields, but I mean, I'm not into this like he is, so my terminology might be off, but he does a really good job explaining what he means. I mean, he's a researcher, for God's sakes.
Saturn and Jupiter revolving around the outer torus field, Mars and Venus on the next toroidal field, Apollo and Artemis, or our sun and moon, on our torus field, but in the center there is only one androgynous sun and moon, which is Mercury on the inside, okay, on this torus field, the aurora borealis, okay, right. So we basically said it looks something like that.
Okay, go. Do you guys get your pen and paper? Can you see that? Yeah, this is critical stuff here. I mean, I guess he doesn't have access to like a laser printer or anything, so he does it all by hand. All right, so there's your notes. Like I said, I can't send you a PDF file or anything, so we kind of have to. All right, you got it? Everyone got it? Okay, we're gonna.
Okay, torus field within a torus field, right?
Got
all
it.
the suns and all the moons.
Got
okay?
it. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right.
The next question, or the next natural question, would be, well, what's above these toroidal fields?
Ah,
Okay.
Yes. Oh,
Above that.
Oh
above-
boy. I hope it's the firmament. If it's not the firmament, I'm gonna be upset. Yeah, there might be a small quiz afterwards, but okay. Oh shit! Give me that. Give me.
All the toroidal fields, we've got something known as the firmament. Okay, this is where the stars are. This is what we see when you look up at the sky in the evening.
It is.
All the stars and the constellations. This is the firmament that sits above the last inner toroidal field, the one that Saturn and Jupiter revolves around. Okay, so that will be the cosmic egg on top. In fact, I'll put it together.
Oh yeah, put it together,
So we can
baby.
see it.
Put it together.
Full scale on the model.
Oh, be nice. Be nice to your model, man.
Okay.
Respect your model.
Please bear with me.
Oh, you got nothing but time, buddy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh.
Okay. So hopefully,
Can you move the camera down a little bit? Move the camera
Okay.
down. Oh.
so that's what it looks like.
Thanks, buddy. That looks nice. Look at that. That is God's handiwork right there. Behold the magnificent cosmic egg. Oh, that is that is gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, you can't just pull this out of your butt, man. This takes years of research to develop this model. This isn't something that, you could just go to Walmart and buy like a little globe, like, those silly globies, the heliocentrists. They just, go to Walmart, buy a globe. But this guy put love and art and crafts into his work. I mean, all right.
Right?
All right. Thanks. That looks
This
wonderful.
will be the firmament inside this torus egg, okay? The sky that runs across, okay? So it's almost like a dome.
Almost.
Okay? So we're sealed off from these realms above. And I'll explain all that in a second, right? So when we're looking at it from underneath, when we're sat on the earth, we're seeing all the constellations revolving above us. Okay?
That's what it looks like.
So pretty straightforward, really. So that's the firmament.
It is.
Okay? So this firmament, on its axis, right, is revolving. Okay?
Whoa. Slow it down. Slow your roll, buddy. That's not what it looks like. I mean, maybe a time-lapse photo, but yeah, it doesn't spin that fast.
Motion, everything's moving above us, but the terra firma we're standing on is obviously not moving. Okay?
Obviously.
So this axis is revolving. It's turning the firmament with all the stars and the constellations and everything else. In turn, it's also affecting the motions of these toroidal fields that are spinning around us, like we discussed earlier on. Those toroidal fields are also carrying the suns and moons around, which is causing our days and nights and seasons and times, okay?
Okay, I'm just going to call out the elephant in the room. What about the southern hemisphere? I don't know. You think he's going to cover that? I mean, this is really in depth. I would be very upset if he didn't cover the southern hemisphere stars. I mean, they're obviously not the same. I mean, he's done his research, so I'm going to assume he has it figured out. But I don't know, man. This is going to be tricky. I mean, that foil isn't very reflective. I mean, I don't know. I'm having some doubts here. What about you guys?
And that in turn, that motion is also creating our weather, our winds, our currents, flows, airstreams, everything else. So it's one big system working together. It's a network starting from the cosmic vortex. Okay? So I hope that is clear enough. Okay? So what that would look like is something like this. Okay? Now, interestingly enough, okay, we talked about the planets. I suppose many people will be asking, what about Uranus and Neptune?
He said Uranus. It's Uranus. Uranus. Jesus Christ. And it's not a gas giant, it's an ice giant.
And Pluto, okay? So I think Uranus and Neptune are the two realms above, okay?
He thinks. Okay, so the science isn't as hardcore as it was yesterday. I mean, yesterday we had, what was it, the electromagnetic pulses of sine waves? I mean, that was some serious sciencey stuff. I mean, now he's saying he guessed. I don't know. See, and right here it says the firmament and Uranus. So Uranus is outside the firmament? Oh, and he has Centauri right here? Oh, I don't know. Oof, this is a lot more complicated than yesterday. And well, yesterday his diagrams were in color. I'm thinking he phoned this in. I don't think he put nearly as much research as he did yesterday.
So Uranus is the firmament above us.
What?
Why am I saying this? Well, Mother Gaia, we all know, is Earth in Greek mythology, okay? Gaia was married to Uranus, right? The planet Uranus, as they tell us, Uranus was named after Gaia's husband, Uranus.
No, it wasn't.
Uranus married to Uranus. These two are married, okay? They go hand in hand. Same thing with Kemetic Egyptian mythology, okay? You've got Mother Geb. She was married to the Egyptian god Nut. And Nut is always depicted as the sky, okay? So Uranus, Nut, Uranus, same thing, okay? They also tell us that Uranus and Neptune are kind of planets, but they're exoplanets. They don't go in the same category as these seven wandering stars, okay? They put in a different category, and that's the reason why. Okay, Pluto the planet Pluto was named after the Greek god of the underworld, and that's because Pluto is the firmament below us.
Oh, Jesus Christ. What is he talking about now? I mean, yesterday he had a solid model. He showed us the pizza Earths. And now he's talking about Pluto as part of the firmament? Ugh, jeez. I don't know about this guy. I mean, yesterday I was all on board. I mean, he looked like a happy pizza delivery guy showing us his pizza Earths. And now he just went off the rails. He just went off the rails. I don't know.
As above, so below. There's a firmament above us, but there's also a firmament below us. Okay? Below the Great Sea, the Great Deep, the Gabadoka Ocean, as the Vedics called it. Okay? So that tells me syncretically that there is a firmament and what the firmament is, and that shows you how I've come to that conclusion. Okay? Above that, you've got Neptune. Neptune was named after the keeper of the waters. Okay, which waters? The waters above and the waters below. Okay, so Neptune is the keeper of the waters.
And the oceans? No.
By the way, these realms above the firmament are very transcendental. We cannot go to these planets naturally. We all know that. Okay, these are luminaries. These are suns and moons. We can't go to the sun or the moons. Okay. Outer space does exist, like I said. It's beyond these Van Allen belts and these lands beyond. This would be outer space.
Okay.
Definitely, we cannot go up here. This place is very, very transcendental. It's spiritual. You can only go there as a soul or a spirit or a star. It's all the same thing. Okay?
A star.
This is the only time you can go up there, and I'll explain all that in a minute.
I hope so.
Mainstream
I hope
science
so.
tells us that there is Uranus, Neptune, and I'll explain how the heavens work. So there are 4 heavens and there are 4 hells. In fact, the Vedics say there are 7 heavenly realms and 7 hellish realms. Again, we'll go through that in a second.
This is going to get good. You know, Dante, I think he had 7 rings of hell too. So I don't know. He didn't throw that in there, but that's not mythology. That's just literature, you know. I guess it has to be mythical, you know, for you to throw some science in it. I don't know, but this is going to get interesting. I hope he describes all the layers of heaven and hell. That gives me something to look forward to, you know. But I really try to help out, you know, the flatties. So I hope I don't go to hell, you know. I think I did a good job. I mean, I'm here making these videos, you know, to help them decide on a model. I mean, who else is doing that? I don't see any of you globies, you know, holding flatties' hands. I mean, you know, you really got to think. You got to think of all the people of Earth.
So mainstream science tells us that there's the Milky Way galaxy, Andromeda galaxy, and the Omega galaxy, and then the point of singularity. Okay? This is where Polaris is. Polaris is right at the top, okay? Right in the center of the axis, the cosmic axis. Right? Everything is spinning around Polaris, just like we witness with our eyes. When you look up at the North Star, Polaris, you see all the stars are revolving, around.
Hold on, let's get a good shot of this.
Okay? Polaris is Brahma, the creator. This is Big Brother. So when you see that triangle with the eye that these elites show us, this is what they're trying to tell us, that Big Brother is watching.
Okay. All right. So now we're getting into something new here. So let me see. Polaris is Big Brother. He's watching us, and he looks like a disco ball above the firmament. Okay. Man, I wish he put some LED lights in here. That would really make his model pop. You know, maybe there'll be a Cosmic Egg version 2.0. That would be pretty cool.
Okay. Unfortunately, they're twisting it and usurping it and making it very occult. It shouldn't be an occult thing. This is something everyone should know. Okay? This is Big Brother. This is our father. This is Brahma looking out for us, basically. Okay?
Okay.
So, right.
All right. Let's go.
Let's
come on, man. Get prepared.
What mainstream science says before we move on about.
Okay, he's going to tell us nothing's better than a flatty telling us what mainstream science tells us. Nothing better. Okay, so let's see here. We have Venus, we have Mars, we have Jupiter, and Saturn, but for some reason Venus doesn't have its own orbit. Neither does Jupiter. Oh boy, this is gonna get tricky. Jeez, look at that.
The universe. So mainstream science tells us that we've got the 7 planets, right? We've got Uranus. In fact, they're saying the beginning was the Big Bang, the point of singularity, okay? This is where the Sirius star system is, so they tell us. But they make it very, they try and make it like it's a physical thing. But these places are very much transcendental. They're not physical places. These are spiritual, very higher divine. They're, we shouldn't try and debase it and make it sound very, very simplistic, because it's not. It's extreme. It's way beyond our comprehension.
It's beyond my comprehension.
I'm just gonna try and relay it the way we're taught in schools. Okay. The Big Bang, point of singularity. This is where everything begins. The next galaxy is Omega Centauri. Okay.
Okay. Omega Centauri is the next galaxy. Hey, who would have known? This is news to me. I mean, well, he did say this is how, mainstream science teaches, but, he is from South Africa, so they might have a slightly different curriculum than the U.S. and the U.K., so we really got to bear with him. I mean, he's trying his darndest. I mean, his mom helped him create this pizza pile Earth, and he did a really nice job wrapping his little dome in foil. I mean, that takes at least a night's work. I mean, geez. But I don't know. Some of this stuff seems kind of sketchy. So if you guys want to maybe check to see if there's a such thing as the Omega Centauri galaxy, that would be great.
Below that is the Andromeda galaxy.
He butchered that. Well, let's hear that again.
Where everything begins. The next galaxy is Omega Centauri. Okay. Below that is the Andromeda galaxy. Below that is the Milky Way, or Uranus.
What the heck? The Milky Way is Uranus? Maybe is that like a South African accent? Is that I don't know, because the British, they kind of pronounce aluminum kind of weird. So I don't know. Maybe we should be making fun of. Maybe it is just his accent. We'll give him that. Because he hasn't butchered any other words. What was yesterday? The syncretus.
The firmament, and then we've got all our wandering stars below that. That's what mainstream science says, okay? And Pluto at the bottom. Pluto is always an exoplanet. They debate about whether Pluto is a planet or it's not. Do we count it, don't we? And this is why. Because Pluto is the firmament below us.
Okay, got it.
Let's have a look at what the Vedics say about our cosmology. So the Vedics go into a lot more detail.
Well, hopefully these Vedics get the cosmology better than the mainstream science. I mean, saying that Pluto is part of the lower firmament. I mean, this is news to me. I mean, so I don't know where New Horizons went, but I don't know. According to him, he didn't go to the firmament. We'd love to get this guy on the live chat. He'd be great fun.
Right? The Vedics say there are 7 heavenly realms and there are 7 hellish realms, okay? The top realm is called Brahma Loka or Satya Loka. Like we said, point of singularity, where everything began. The North Star, God, this is the Holy Trinity. This is where they all began. This is where everything started, like I keep saying. The next round down, they called the Tapaloka, okay? Right? The next round down is the Yanaloka, and then the Mahaloka, right? Or the Sphaloka. Spha as in stars, okay? This is now the firmament that we're showing with all the stars and the constellations, what we see when we look up, okay? They call this axis mundi, or where this point meets, the Dhruva, okay? This is where this is where we see the skies meeting with the cosmic axis, or the pole star, the Dhruva, okay? This is the Meridanda that runs through the cosmic axis, okay? And then they name all the different stars. They call Saturn Sanaisuru. They call Jupiter, Braspati, Mars, Mangal, Venus, Sikuru, our sun, Surya, our moon, Chandra, and Mercury at the center, Buddha. Buddha, why Buddha? Buddha the messenger, okay? Buddha was the messenger of God. I'm going to explain why that is important and why Buddha is the messenger at the center. That's very important. They then tell us that there is a Loka, okay? Bu world, the world of earth, Bu, and this is the Bu Mandala, okay? The earthly plane, right? With the 4 concentric, they tell us they're concentric rings of land on the Bu Mandala, okay? And they name all these different lands, which I won't go into right now, but we'll do that for another video, okay?
I can't handle another video. He needs to get all this out now. And we're gonna make a correction here. He is British, and it sounded South African to me. Didn't sound British, but now that I think about it, he was on British or UK TV. So my fault, Mr. Martin Kenny / Babyface. I apologize, but he is from the UK. I'm thinking we're gonna skip ahead here because I don't know. Should we skip ahead? Let me know in the chat. I can skip ahead a little bit.
So these are now the 7 heavenly realms, the Varthis, they call them, okay? By the way, they split this egg into 3 as well, right? The Swag Lokas, the heavens, the Bu Lokas, the middle realm, and the Bata Lokas, the hellish realms, okay? So now we've got 7 on top. What are the 7 below? The 7 below are the first part of inner earth. So remember we said there are 2 parts of inner earth. Gaia, Mother Earth, had 2 children, Prometheus and Epimetheus, okay? So Atala Loka is the first part of inner earth. I think this is where all the tunnels are. I'll explain that in a second anyway.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
You know, I agree, Barbara. He is pretty ignorant. Let's go ahead and skip ahead here. Let's get to his next presentation. Okay. Like I said, I usually watch these long videos, and I kind of try to trim them down so they're a little bit more concise. And I just kind of skimmed through it this morning, and it seemed okay, but I took a whole 1 minute to do it. I didn't spend much time, but I learned my lesson. I should definitely trim down trim the fat from the flatty videos.
Norse said about the universe, okay? So the Norse...
More of this. Come on. I want him to play with his model. Come on. We want our money's worth on here on the People of Earth television. Okay, look at that. He's looking at it. He is ready to get into it. All right. Don't let me down, babyface. Don't let me down.
Show you?
Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's science.
They also call the crater continent at the center Midgard, the middle garden, right in the center. Okay, so where Eden, where Shambhala is, that's Midgard.
The crater garden. Got that? The crater garden. Who would have known?
Okay, as you can see, right? Below that, they called inner earth, inside the pyramid Bumandala, the realm of the Svatylum. Okay? Svatylum meaning realm of stone spirits or dark spirits. I'm sure you can decipher what that means yourselves.
No, someone's gonna have to decipher that for me. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, he just told me 5 minutes ago that Pluto was the bottom of the firmament. I didn't even know the firmament had a bottom. This is news to me. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a cosmic egg if it, so is the eggshell the firmament? I mean, geez, I wish you'd get to the firmament. I mean, that is what I have the most questions about. I know my planets, and, I know the layers of the Earth, but it's the firmament. The firmament is what we want. Give us what we want, babyface.
Okay, and then you've got Iga, which is the great deep, mother of the great deep, mother of the great oceans. And then you've got the realm of Loki, the bad guy, right? Loki at the bottom, Helen, right? So, These Nordics, the Norse, they describe these lands in very great detail. Midgard at the center, the middle garden, naturally, okay? This is Vanaheim, the land of the Vanir. Vanir referring to children of God, okay? The gods in Asgard at the top were called the Aesir gods, the gods of the gods. The gods where we are, the Vanir, were children of the Aesir gods. So they considered the beings that live here to be children of the Aesir gods, of the gods of the gods. Vanaheim. It's interesting because where I come from, in Africa, in
Ha 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 ha! In your face, chat. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? That's right. Poe knows his accents. So you try to correct me, and I'm booting you. I will take your wrench and knock you on your globe heads. Not really. I love my subscribers.
Zimbabwe, the Shona word for children is Vana. So I was trying to decipher what Vanaheim was. I couldn't figure it out. Okay, so I used etymology, again, something that I've learned from Santos, and syncretism.
See? Syncretism. And I looked it up last night. It is not in the dictionary. It is not in the dictionary. Do not believe this man. You know, it's all good when you bust out some pizza earths, but, you know, don't be making up words, man. We're trying to learn here. I mean, we need to do accurate research. We can't be, like, living in some fantasy land. I mean, we are here on the People of Earth channel to decipher the shape of the planet. And we don't have time for, you know, made-up words. I mean, we don't do that. Come on. All right, but once again, it might be some South African slang, so we'll give him that, his syncretis.
And I connected the dots. Well, Vanir, Vana, children. Vanir were children of the gods. Vanaheim, land of the children of gods. Vanaheim. And that's how I came to that conclusion. They then tell us there's a place called the Nephilim, okay? The realm of frost and ice, okay? This is the Nephilim, the ice wall. This is what they call the Nephilim, okay? And beyond that is where the Jutoinem live. Beyond the Nephilim is the land of the Jutoinem, the frost and ice giants, so they call them. So we see in a lot of mythology, they talk about the Nephilim, fallen angels, right? In the Bible, it talks about the Nephilim, fallen angels, right? Well,
yeah,
you can connect the dots yourself.
You could stop repeating
that's
yourself.
all linking with the Bible. Norse mythology and the Bible, connecting right there.
Norse mythology and the Bible, connecting, pretty deep. See right here, if you could look right there, it looks like he broke his model. I don't know. Maybe his cat jumped on it. You know, I don't know what happened, but it's definitely cracked. Poor guy.
Beyond that, they say there is the Muspelem, okay? Muspelem, the land of the fire giants, or the fire demons, whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
So you've got Midgard, Vanaheim, the Nephilim, ice wall, Jutoinem, beyond the Nephilim, and Muspelem, okay? Underneath.
Jesus, man. Okay, so I was over here trying to take my notes, and I don't know how to spell any of these words. I mean, I wish he'd had like some pictures or some action figures, you know, that would really help me understand this model. But let's see. I feel like there's a gap in my knowledge, and I really hope he fills it in before the end of this video. I'm going to be very upset. I might even email him, you know.
That is where you've got Sphatalim, like I said earlier on, the realm of the stone giants. Okay?
Okay, so there's ice giants, there's fire giants, now there's stone giants. This sounds a lot like Yu-Gi-Oh! And I don't know, I wonder if he's a fan. He looks like he could be. I mean, he spent a lot of time making like this Voltron Earth behind him, so he might be into that stuff. You know, maybe we could throw down on some Yu-Gi-Oh! Card game. I don't know. Maybe he's more into Pokemon. He looks more like a Pokemon guy.
Or the dark giants. Oh, not stone giants, the stone dwarfs.
Oh, no wonder I was confused. It's the stone dwarfs. That makes so much more sense. Okay, so is the chat, are you guys making this? How are your notes coming? Because you're definitely going to need to take some notes on this. This isn't your typical, you know, firmament or space turtle Earth model. This is a very complicated video. I mean, I mean, it took him, what was the first one was, I want to say 45 minutes long, and this is like an hour long. Oh, geez. We might have to make this a 3-parter. No, we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. But I'm glad we stuck around, because now we know there's ice giants, there's fire giants, and stone dwarfs. Man, we grew up in the wrong time. We grew up the wrong time. All we have are like cell phones and smart TVs and electric cars. I much rather lived in the time of the ice giants and the fire giants and the stone dwarfs. That sounds so much more interesting. Now, the only thing that I notice is his model isn't covering is, how do we get to the center of the earth? I mean, because these giants, they can't be like living around now, right? Or maybe they're in the outer lands. I don't. Like I said, he really needs to have some like action figures, in his model to demonstrate where all these little creatures are living, because they're not here. So hopefully there'll be a Cosmic Egg version 2.0. Maybe his mom and dad will help him make the model, and it could really pop. Maybe his dad could help him put some little LED lights in there, really make it shine. I mean, he could go on tour with this. I mean, people would pay money. Well, maybe they wouldn't pay money, but they'll definitely watch his videos.
Or dark spirits. Inner Earth.
Ah, yes, Inner Earth. See, look at this. I've been doing so much research that I just know. And he did. He got the inside of the Earth, the hollow Earth. He is pulling it all together. He's pulling all the stops. So now we got the ice giants. We got the ice giants, we got the fire giants, the stone dwarfs, and the whatever he said, the shadow demons or whatever.
Okay. This is where maybe you get a lot of conspiracy theorists or alternative researchers.
Oh yeah. We definitely get that. We don't want those nut jobs on this channel, though. We do not want no conspiracy tards. Jeez, all we do here is just a flat Earth, man, and we mix a little bit of science, and we have to defend our globe model, but we have to hear these guys out. We do not want no conspiracy theorists here. No way. They are the bottom of the barrel. Nothing worse than a conspiratard.
We'll talk about the reptilians. Perhaps this is where they come from, these reptilians that we...
Yes, the reptilians.
From inner Earth, inside the Bhumandala. Or possibly from the Great Deep, who knows? Right?
Who likes reptilians here? Anyone? Yeah, we all like the reptilians here, but I don't think we're going to talk about them today. Oh. It's okay. We could make it for another video. That could be a whole nother video.
Doesn't really matter at this point. Okay? I could do the same thing with Norse, or with the Greek. I syncretize the Greek as well.
You gotta love that. Syncretize. Oh.
The Greek, Uranus, like I said, Uranus. Uranus was married to Gaia, right? You've got Zeus at the top. You've got Hera, who was Zeus's wife, so that's the next round. You've got Poseidon. You've got Polos, which is the North Star, and Zeus. They named the planets. They named this the ether, by the way. They actually named it the ether, right? They named the planets. Saturn was Kronos. Jupiter was named after Zeus, so Jupiter is Zeus as well. Mars is Ares. Venus is Aphrodite. Our sun was Apollo. Our moon was Artemis. And then you've got Hermes, the messenger, again, at the center. Kronos for the time, Hermes the messenger. Okay, Kronos is first, time. Hermes is the last one, the messenger. All of these also have their own different roles and their own different things, okay? Then you've got Mother Gaia with the two children, Prometheus and Epimetheus, okay? And then at the top, you've got Atlantis, this top bit.
Ooh, man, he even has Atlantis in this? Wow. I don't think anyone ever tried to cram so much knowledge into one model. I don't think it's missing anything except for maybe the action figures. It really needs to have the action figures. Oh boy, but all right. Maybe we can get this as like the Firmament play set. I think that would do really well in stores. I mean, get it out by Christmas. It would be really interesting. You know, hey, I would buy it. You can't deny that you wouldn't buy the Cosmic Egg playset with the ice giant. You know, you buy the action figures. You know, the ice giants, the fire giants, the stone dwarfs, and the demon spirits. Oh my God, it sounds a lot like a really excellent Saturday morning cartoon. Too bad they don't make those anymore. But you know, hey.
Is Atlantis, the concentric rings of Atlantis. The center, as you notice, is a crater continent now. Okay, this is the sunken continent of Atlantis.
Okay, dude. No. Okay, the center cannot be the Garden of Eden, Atlantis, and what else he called it something else. Midgard? No, not Midgard. Forget. Man, I should have taken better notes.
This is where that myth comes of the sunken continent. Remember earlier on I said, I think there was a capstone, okay? I think this land was not always a crater, but something happened for it to become a crater. It was actually above, so it was a proper pyramid. Interestingly enough, if you look at the pyramids in Egypt, yeah, the Great Pyramid in Egypt, it's missing the capstone at the top.
And why is that? Because maybe someone wanted the onyx, you know? They're like, hey, let's get up there and take that. But he's going to come up with something else. I mean,
I think that's symbolical. The ancients were trying to tell us something.
Symbolical. The ancients are trying to tell us something. Yeah, the pyramids got robbed. They took all that crap.
Okay? So if you go to Egypt and you look at the biggest pyramid, I forgot what it's called.
The Great Pyramid? That's pretty easy, dude. Come on. The Great Pyramid. All right.
The capstone is missing.
They're missing on all the pyramids.
On our pyramid, on the Earth, the capstone is also missing.
Oh, boy.
Stop it. You're ignorant.
Okay?
I wish Barbara's kind of rude. She kind of interrupts and says that stuff. So we, you know.
Stop it. You're acting like a child.
Barbara, come on. If you're gonna be in the studio, you need to be quiet. You know, just chill.
Interesting. It's now a crater. So they were telling us something there, right?
Yeah, they're telling us something.
This, okay? And then you've got Pontus, below Mother Gaia. You've got Pontus, who was the keeper of the seas. And then...
What? What was Neptune doing? Neptune was taking care of the seas. Ah, Jesus. He really... Is this pushing the goalpost or what? I mean, come on. You can't just say, you know, yesterday he was saying that Mercury was its own sun and moon, and then it was inside the sun, and, you know, he has all these diagrams. You think he'd get his story straight, you know. God help him if he ever tried to, like, defend himself to the police. I mean, they would nab him up in a second.
You've got Hades, right? In Tartarus. They call Tartarus hell, and Hades resides in Tartarus. Okay? So that's Greek mythology, right? And then the chaos on the outside. You can do the same thing with the Egyptians, okay? Right? The Egyptians, you've got Amun at the top, right? Amen, Amun, God at the top, the creator, right? You've got Neith, his wife. You've got Hathor. You've got Nut, who's married to Gaia, okay? The husband of Mother Geb, not Gaia, Mother Geb. So Geb and Nut are husband and wife. The firmament above us and the earth below us, okay? They also named all the stars, all the wandering stars, okay? Saturn, now this is quite controversial. This is just my own secret. This is not...
Uh-oh. Something that's controversial. Uh-oh. I couldn't imagine what it was. What do you think could possibly be controversial about Saturn? Let's see. This is getting suspenseful. Can you feel it? My heart is racing.
This was just me coming up, trying to decipher it myself. It could be wrong.
It could be. It probably is.
Someone can correct me, that'd be great.
I would love to. We'll all go to his channel and we will correct him.
But I think Osiris is Saturn. That's Osiris. Okay. Isis is Jupiter. Okay. Hejeshur, for sure I know, is...
Okay. Enough of this. He has to do something else. I mean, Don't you think so? We got to skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, and everyone needs to say hello to Mrs. Dubé's or Mrs. Bidet's third grade class. They come in here and they like to watch the videos, and but unfortunately there is going to be a test afterwards, so you got to pay attention. We got to. We have to test our comprehension. We can't just sit here and watch videos. We're doing research. Okay, all right, back to the Pizza Earth.
They talk about the 4 ages, okay? These are ages of consciousness. So everything is cyclical in life. There are peaks and troughs. There are times when consciousness is up, and there are times when consciousness is down. For all the beings that live on the Bumandala, there are different beings, different races, different nationalities, all along this Bumandala, okay? So this is what we might call aliens beyond our ice wall. We might call these aliens, but they are beings just like we are beings here. And they will call us aliens as well. So aliens do exist, and outer space does exist, but it's not like we've been told or that it's on the planets, it's on the lands beyond, okay? So this is really important. Really, really important. I need to explain this. The ages. Okay? So, the Indians talk about the 4 ages, okay? The Kali Yuga, the Dwapara Yuga, the Treta Yuga, and the Satya Yuga, right? The iron, the bronze, the silver, and the golden age. These are ages of consciousness, okay? These ages are...
Okay, here, let me go back to there. I kind of spaced out staring at his beautiful firmament. Let's see.
The bronze.
Uh-huh.
No, the iron,
okay.
The bronze, the silver, and the golden age.
Okay, he got that little mixed up there. I don't remember there being a silver age. I'm pretty sure it went stone, bronze, iron, and I don't know, the atomic age.
These are ages of consciousness.
Oh, okay. That's why I got it mixed up, because I was talking about actual technological advancements of humankind, or of mankind.
Okay. These ages are determined by many things.
Okay, tell us what it is. I mean, because you're kind of throwing us up through the loop. You bring out these flashy models and bird cages and pizzas with these nice thick crust pizzas, and now you just throw up a bunch of weird words. And you said there was going to be science in here, Martin. You really said there was science, and that's why I was kind of on board with your model. And now you're letting me down because you just threw up a whole bunch of words that are just all mythological creatures, and you don't even have freaking action figures. What kind of model? You can't just talk about fire giants and ice giants and stone dwarfs and not have pictures. I mean, come on. We're visual people here. I mean, this is how we do our observations. This is how we learn about our planet, as we look. And you can't just tease us. I'm sorry, you can't just tease us and not have any pictures of these great creatures.
They're determined by the constellations above us, right?
Okay.
In Greek mythology.
Okay.
These would be the gods. Everything above in these realms, these are the gods and goddesses that look after us, the big brothers and big sisters.
Okay.
The suns and the moons that revolve around us, these were called the Olympians. These are the demigods that look after us subconsciously. Okay? They determine...
Weren't they, correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't the demigods like Hercules and stuff? No, Hercules, I don't know. It's been a while since I didn't take mythology until high school, so. But for those who are just joining us, now, right here, this is the star field. He hasn't explained the southern hemisphere, and he's saying these other, pizza plates up here. Let me see here. There you go. Oh, that's a bad picture. But right here, that is Polaris. So, just so you know, this is Polaris. And Polaris is really big. Look at that. Huh. And they say, you know, it must be close because it doesn't move, but Jesus Christ, look at that thing.
These would be the gods. Everything above in these realms, these are the gods and goddesses that look after us, the big brothers and big sisters, okay? The suns and the moons that revolve around us, these were called the Olympians. These are the demigods that look after us subconsciously, okay?
Okay, hold on. I gotta look up. Part of doing research is you have to look up words that you don't understand, and I just want to get it clear what the demigods were. Because, like I said, it's been a while since I've taken being mortal. Yeah, it's the offspring of a mortal and a god. The demigods don't live up in heaven. Let me see if there's some. Hercules. Hercules was a demigod. See, I remember some stuff. He give me some props, you know. But it says the Roman emperors claim to be demigods, the Roman emperors claim to be descendants of demigods, such as Hercules. So Hercules was a demigod, and those, as far as I know, Hercules was on Earth. So he got that wrong, and I'm really disappointed. I mean, that was from high school. And I don't know, maybe, well, I guess when you start like mixing the mythologies, you know, you got to stretch the truth a little bit, you know. You got to do what pays the bills. I mean, this guy was on UK national TV, so, you know, he gets around, but you got to get your facts straight. That's important.
They determine the ages. And we, on the earth, on the Bhumandala, we are all the titans, okay? The soldiers that are living out the whole script of the whole thing. So all of this is a stage, okay? We are on the main stage. We are we're on the stage of creation, on the Bhumandala, okay? And these are the directors, if you want to think of it in movie terms. These are the ones directing the scripts and the programs.
Got
right?
it. Okay.
There is free will. I'm saying that, but don't think that we don't have free will. We do have free will, but on a grand scheme, there is a script within that narrative. Otherwise, you'd just be crazy to be chaotic. There has to be a cycle, there has to be order to all of this. None of this is just random and chaotic.
No, none of this is random. I didn't think any of this was random. Did you guys think any of this was random? This is all very precise. And he said it was all syncretized. I mean, so I didn't think it was random at all.
There's an order, there's a cycle, there's a system to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, interesting enough,
Interesting.
I noticed something very, very interesting, right? These toroidal fields, the Van Allen belts that are around all the Earths, okay? These are constantly growing, expanding, and contracting.
Okay, that makes sense. I think. I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't make sense.
Okay, this is what creates our ages. In the Vedic scriptures, they talk about a 26,000 year cycle of consciousness. Every 26,000 years, we shift within that 26,000 years from the iron.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta skip ahead a little bit here because it's the same thing. He's okay. Something fresh.
Okay, there are no torus fields in our universe in the golden age. Everything's connected. We are at the peak of consciousness everywhere in the universe. Yeah.
What? Jeez.
It's the golden egg. Okay. All these toroidal fields expand outwards.
You know, I just skipped ahead like freaking 2 minutes, and you're still talking about this toroidal field. Come on, Martin Kenny. Come on, you got an audience watching, and you really need a. Okay, here we go. Whew. All right, this is what we like.
Around
yeah.
here is also
the bird cages
spreading outwards. It's also opening up. Okay, so you hear NASA, they were telling us, or mainstream science, for a long time they were worried about the ozone layer.
Oh yeah, we were. See, okay. See, I was spacing out because you can't just say you're gonna add some science and then not add some science. But now we're talking about the ozone layer. So now, okay, now we can get on the same page because, you know, I understand the ozone layer. And, you know, I seem to understand mythology better than he does too. So who knows?
Opening at the North Pole.
Ooh, he just butchered that. Let's check that again.
Okay. So you hear NASA, they were telling us, or mainstream science, for a long time they were worried about the ozone layer opening at the North Pole.
No, that was the South Pole. That was the South Pole, Mr. Babyface. So maybe, you know what? This is the problem because there is no South Pole. So he probably read the article and he just skipped over he didn't even see the word South Pole. It just automatically translated into his little baby face brain, North Pole. You know, of course. I mean, that's logical. But he did get that kind of wrong. But, you know, maybe he'll correct himself. You know, sometimes I misspeak too, and I have to correct myself. But I'm sure he will too.
Okay, which would bring an end, which should be the end of the world, which should destroy the world, the ozone layer.
Okay, the ozone layer of the story. Okay, yes, Jesus. And once again, my notes are not helping me. Oh my God. You know, I'm going to Walmart tomorrow. I'm going to buy a dry erase board because obviously the colored pencils and notebook paper isn't helping. I need something bigger, you know, because I need to expand my consciousness, and I can't do that on this notebook paper.
Well, there's some truth in that.
There is some truth in that.
The ozone layer is this torus field growing out.
Okay.
And it will destroy the world, but not physically, metaphysically. It will destroy the paradigm. A new age will come in. That's the apocalypse they're worried about.
Is it?
Their paradigm, these elites that run the world, they're worried that their age of ruling over the masses will end.
With the ozone layer. Okay. This is some new stuff. So we might have to do some research on the ozone layer and the Illuminati, you know, destroying the world through the ozone layer. But as far as I know, the hole in the ozone layer is repaired. You know, we got rid of the what was it, the CFCs, and the ozone layer is all happy now. So did the Illuminati do that? Did they like go on vacation? I don't know. Something. There's once again a gap in the knowledge. So I really hope he fills it in because I can't go to bed again, you know, without fully understanding this model. And yesterday it was very heartbreaking to see at the end of the video there was a part 2. And now, you know, I woke up this morning, I'm like, hey man, we got to see part 2. We got to see what happened. And it's bad. He didn't help. He made it worse. He just ties himself up in knots. But that is to be expected when you make up words. And
it is ending because people are waking up. We're questioning now.
We are questioning.
We're not just following.
No,
we're
not
researching and thinking for ourselves.
We are doing that. Indeed.
The ozone layer is opening up. Okay, this torus field is growing at the center.
No. It's closed. It's closed now. Maybe I need to check the copyright on this video. Maybe this is outdated information. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. Hopefully, he reels us back in because I'm kind of spacing out here. You know, I still want him to explain this firmament and the rest of these the cake layers here.
We are picking up the frequencies. Well, most of us.
Most
of us.
Most
Not
of
everyone
us.
will. This happens really slowly.
Some of us.
There's a process to it. It can't happen in an instant.
No.
It has to happen slowly and gradually.
Exactly.
Some will pick this up a lot quicker than others. Some are waking up quicker than others. Some need time. Some won't wake up. Some will die asleep.
Yeah, I'm kind of dozing off here too. So I hope I don't die asleep. Jeez. Okay. Well, if you don't hear from me, you know, make sure you I don't know, you nudge me or something.
And that's fine, and they'll reincarnate, and they might wake up in the next reincarnation.
Okay, that's good to know.
And likewise.
Okay, good.
So this outer field is also expanding, okay? The Van Allen belt. They're telling us that very soon they'll be able to leave the Van Allen belt. They're very excited about going to Mars. They were saying that we can't leave the Van Allen belt, but soon humans will be able to leave the Van Allen belt.
I guess he doesn't believe in the moon landings, but... and here he was talking about, you know, not to... not to believe the conspiracy theorists, but I don't know.
Okay?
Okay.
And that's because the frequency is changing, A, and B, the Van Allen belt is growing outwards as well.
Is it?
Okay?
Okay.
So there'll be holes in this ozone layer as well.
Okay, good.
Right?
Good.
So this is a very special time for everyone on this Bhumandala. I think the people out here, or the beings out here, they're also having their own conscious shift of some sort, right? Some of them will probably be getting ready to come in, the good ones, and the bad ones will be getting ready to go outwards.
Okay,
because
good.
In is always good. You want to go in and up.
Well, you want to go in and out, and then in and out. That's the best way to do it. I mean, I don't know if you want to go in and up. You might, I don't know. Well, I'm getting off topic here. We're doing serious research here, and I'm making bad puns.
Rather than out and down.
Out
which
and
I'll
down.
explain in the next video.
Are you serious? Are you serious, Martin Kenny? I looked. There was no part 3. I only found this part 2. Are you freaking serious? There is a cosmic egg part 3. Maybe he's talking about just another video. Oh, Jesus.
Okay? So this is what's happening. This is the conscious shift that is currently taking place. Right? We need to be picking up these frequencies, and we need to be aware of what's happening. Okay? In the Bible, by the way, it talks about the North Star. There's the story of the birth of Jesus Christ. Right? And the 3 kings were told that when you see the North Star in the sky, that is what you should follow. Follow the North Star. And that.
But in the Bible, it's been a while since I've done any kind of religious research. I don't really do religion, but the Polaris wasn't in the Bible. Was that the star that they followed? I don't know. Does someone know? I don't want to look it up again. Oh hell, we'll look it up because we're doing research. It'll take 3 seconds. Because I'd like to know. Let's see, the star and the Bible. Let me see. I don't think it was Polaris. Yeah, let me see. Sorry guys, let's just take a second. Okay, I guess it was the North Star that was in the Bible. I wasn't sure about that. That doesn't sound right though.
That North Star will lead you to where Christ is, where Christ is being born.
Okay.
Okay? So
Okay.
that story is an allegory of what's happening now, right? Our ancestors, or we, were trying to tell our future selves something because we've all reincarnated thousands of times. So our ancestors are us, okay? The North Star, in this case, is the messenger of God, Buddha, Hermes. Okay, when you see the North Star in the sky, follow Christ consciousness at the center. This is where Christ is being born, right? So eventually this whole thing will be golden age, but it starts from the center, okay? It's spreading from the center outwards. So those who are not in this frequency, are not on this journey, they will run away from this frequency, okay? They want to go as far away from it. These elites, they want to go to Mars, they're running away from this divine frequency because they are not, it's not their soul path, it's not their journey. And I'll talk about that in the next video.
Son of a bitch. Next video. Let's see how long this is. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Let's see. This is even halfway done. What? Oh, man, what time is it? Yeah, I'm way past the time. Let's skip ahead here. Yeah, in the chat they clarified that it was a star of Bethlehem, and many scholars think it was actually a comet, and that is what I was thinking of too as well. I just never heard of it being referred to as the North Star. Jeez, come on. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is a little bit better. This is about 10 minutes. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Martin Kenny. I hate to take all your research out of context, but you know I gave you more than ample time to get to the point, and you just rambled on. You know, we got things to do. We got other YouTube videos to watch. We can't just spend all our time here tonight with you. So you better bring it home. Come on, I know you can do it, babyface.
Everything they need to learn, right? At the center, here where we are, there are those who are ready to move on to the next stage of life. Some need to incarnate, like I was saying, a few more times before they can move on. Okay? Others are ready to move on to the garden, to the center, to the next stage. I've done my time here. I feel like I need to move on. Okay? I need something new. I need a new experience. So this is where veganism comes in.
Oh my God. Really? Really, dude? You're going to bring in veganism? Sorry, that really wasn't a thing back in all your mythological days. Oh man, they were happy to eat whatever they can get their hands on.
Or vegetarianism. This is where truth, love, and all those things come in. The garden, disconnecting from artificial, trying to connect with nature, sun gazing, loving animals and nature and all that. You're preparing yourself for the garden. You have to prepare yourself, because if you don't, you cannot be able to withstand the frequencies here, because the frequencies in this dimension are much, much, much higher. Okay? So if you want to make the physical pilgrimage here, you need to be prepared. Okay? Because if you don't, you will just get, your body and your soul will not, you'll get zapped and you'll just reincarnate back here again. Back to square one. You'll die on your way there.
We don't want that.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because the Van belt, the
okay.
frequencies there,
okay.
You will not be able to withstand them.
No, we wouldn't.
So those of us, you hear me talking a lot about this pilgrimage to the North Pole. Follow the North Star when the time is right. I'm going to make a little prediction. I know they say you should never put dates or make prophecies, but I am.
Okay. Oh, we're glad we got to this point. He's going to make a prophecy. So now it is Prophet Babyface Martin Kenny. That's one heck of a title. I hope you can fit that all on your mailbox.
Let's say Vision 2020. 2020, I think this Aurora Borealis or Van Allen belt will be high enough for us to see the North Star, for us to see Mercury. This is Planet X.
What? Whoa. Oh my goodness. He just said the Van Allen belts are going to lift up and we can see the Aurora Borealis and planet Mercury, which is Planet X. Oh, man. I'm glad that he saved that for the end, because he just blew my mind. I'm actually kind of drooling a little bit. I feel like I had a lobotomy. I don't know if that's natural, if that's a natural side effect of watching Mr. Prophet Martin Kenny Babyface, but something's really happening to me.
That they talk about. This is planet Nibiru. They say that comes around every 26,000 years to destroy the world. This is it.
Okay.
But it's not a physical destruction. It's a metaphysical destruction.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Okay. So when the time comes, and I think 2020, those who see the North Star and want to make the pilgrimage, not everyone.
Okay, not everybody.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. Your next incarnation could be in there. You can stay here and stay for a bit longer, and when you ascend or when your body dies, your soul can ascend into there and reincarnate into there. But
okay, guys, 2020, you heard it. You heard the Prophet Martin Kenny Babyface. 2020, it's happening. I don't really have much planned. I think there's a Illuminati convention in Fort Lauderdale. I think there's my cat is getting married, and I think that's pretty much it. My car would be paid off too. That would be good. So we'll definitely see 2020, and that's just a little bit over a year away. So get excited. Make sure you tell all your loved ones the rapture or something, or Mercury, or I don't know. I can't keep up, but I just hope it involves these ice giants and the fire giants and the stone dwarfs. I will be disappointed as all hell if all these little creatures don't pop out of Midgard. Uh-oh. What'd I do? I think I lost the sound. Hold on.
When the time is right. Okay, when the time is right,
2020.
we will make a mass pilgrimage. And you'll know.
They will know.
It also says in the Bible,
Amen,
that Christ will come like a thief in the night. Okay, what's Christ?
That sounds messy.
Christ is the energy, Christ consciousness, the energy coming from this toroidal field at the center, from the messenger of God.
Really?
That's Christ.
Really?
That's coming like a thief in the night. I had my awakening last year, right? Overnight.
Of course he did. And I wonder how that happened. Could it be 200 Proofs by Eric Bidet? What do you think, Miss Bidet's? Ah, see? They like it. They like it. They are all on board. So get ready for the test afterwards.
Like most people. One day I was on a spinning ball, I was eating meat, I was, following money. Something happened to me, my life changed. I realized where we are. We're not on a spinning ball. I changed my eating habits, etc., etc. My life changed. I became a...
He did not change his eating habits. Who are you kidding, Tubby? I've seen you from like 2 years ago. You have not changed anything. You need to stay away from those donuts and those pizza earths, man. I mean, they'll catch up with you.
better person.
You are a better person.
Christ got me. Christ consciousness came to
Oh.
me like a thief in the night. I wasn't expecting it, and it just happened. And I'm sure many watching this now have had a very similar experience.
No. Can't say I have.
So this is where we are, right? So once you're there, you live out your life in the Garden of Eden, okay? This is a very natural place.
So we live our life in this Garden of Eden now, and not this Atlantis thing. I thought we all went to heaven, but now we go to the Garden of Eden / Atlantis / whatever else he wants to call it. Yeah, he has some curveballs. He definitely has some curveballs he throws. But, you know, we are doing our research, and I think we did a really good job. I think we did a really good job. We listened to him. Well, we tolerated him.
There's no technology. Well, there is technology, but it's more of a natural technology. It's a different type of technology. It's not artificial. Okay, nature has got magic.
Oh, Jesus. That's why there's a third video. Nature is magic technology. Wow. Mind blown. Mind freaking blown.
Magic exists, believe it or not, but I won't go into that now.
I don't want you to.
So the technology out here is a magical type of technology. It's not artificial like out here.
Artificial
Okay.
technology.
So this place is not just sitting and gardening and doing nothing. There's a lot going on there. It's a
Sitting there and doing gardening. Hey, that would suck. You go to the Garden of Eden and they're like, they hand you a freaking hoe and a rake. They're like, get to work.
beautiful place, the Garden of Eden.
It is.
Okay, but you must be at the right frequencies. There's no hate there. There's no bad frequencies. Well, there is, but there is less. There's less duality there. Okay, it's not completely heaven, obviously.
Obviously.
But it's closest thing we can get on earth to heaven. Heaven on earth, the closest thing.
Okay.
Okay, and this is where myself and many are being drawn to go.
So get ready, guys. In 2020, all the flat earthers are going to follow the North Star to the North Pole, to the Garden of Eden, which, you know, the last time I checked, you know, the North Pole is pretty much barren. You know, it's just ice, and I don't remember there being any greenery up there. You know, but once again, he has done his research. I mean, he would not go on YouTube and make 3 1-hour videos, you know, deciphering the shape of the earth if, you know, he didn't know what he was talking about. So we really, I know it's tough to listen to him, and I would like to share my notes with you guys, but they don't even make sense to me. I have all these lines and scribbles everywhere and a bunch of words I can't even pronounce, but, you know, maybe he offers a PDF of his research, and maybe we can get a hold of it ourselves and see. Maybe we would better understand. But I don't know. We sat through an hour of this, and I'm still kind of lost.
Some are not ready. Okay, this is the middle ground. This is half artificial, half Garden of Eden. You're in the middle of the two worlds. Middle of nature and technology. Artificial technology, natural technology. The middle. We're stuck in the middle. So some are being drawn to this artificial technology, others are being drawn to nature and natural technology. Okay? And some are not ready to go either way. They will stay and enjoy life here on earth for a bit more, and experience and change and help with the ages. Eventually, all of this will be heaven on earth when all the toroidal fields are completely spread out and, you know, and one with the main one. This is when it's heaven on earth. This is when we're in the Satya Yuga, in the golden age. But this will happen really, really, really slowly. So you can see the shift. You can feel the shift. You can see what's happening right now with world governments, with world economies, with people questioning. You know, there's a lot of turmoil going on. Everything must, before there's a new birth, the old must die. So it's going to be a very painful process over the next few years. A lot of things that seem negative will happen. A lot of bad things that we might think are bad will happen. But they have to happen because the old has to die for the new to begin.
Yeah. Boy, I really hope he wraps this up.
Okay? Because we're getting into a new age now. And these elites, they know this. Okay? And they are shaking in their boots because we're catching up. We're waking up, and their consciousness, they're getting dumber, we're getting smarter.
So, you know, everyone in charge, they're all dumb. And this is probably why, you know, YouTube is suppressing the sacred flat earth knowledge. I mean, you just go on YouTube, you type in flat earth, and you don't see any flat earth videos anymore. All you see is debunking videos. And, you know, this might be part of the conspiracy, man. They don't want people to know. They don't want people to make that pilgrimage to the North Pole Garden of Eden in 2020. I mean, wait.
Okay.
Excuse me.
This is why they are trying to destroy everything before they go, because they have to go. They have to go. They cannot withstand this frequency. This frequency is hurting them. This energy being sent from the center is not good for them. They do not like it. This is why they're trying to destroy Europe. You see this whole agenda in Europe with the whole immigration, divide and conquer, black versus white, immigrants versus not immigrants, etc.
Actually, that's more in the UK, but sure. Okay, let's see here. More of this stuff, more of this stuff. Man. Come on. More of this, more of this. Okay.
And they'll move on spiritually. So maybe they're not even meant to be going to the center at all in physical form. Maybe when they ascend, they are ascending upwards into the moons or whatever, spiritually. They're not going to be reincarnating into body in the next
That'd be cool. Get reincarnated and be sent to another moon. That'd be nice.
next life. Okay? So many things going. Personally, I think I'm destined for the center. Okay? I still want to experience life in a physical body.
Yeah, you're destined for the nut house. Who are you kidding? All right. Hey, before we go, let's check out some of these comments. I know you guys can't read because my resolution sucks, and it's actually the internet connection that I have isn't fast enough to do anything at a higher resolution. Keep it smooth.